Spring clean that podcast feed and skip the doom scroll. The Newsworthy gets you caught up on the day's news in less than 15 minutes and gives you some fun conversation starters along the way. It's quick, friendly, and informative. Search The Newsworthy wherever you're listening now and follow or subscribe to The Newsworthy today.
Crystal, you have your list ready?
I do have my list ready. I have my list. Yes. Sorry.
Yes, I do. That's
list.
It's the preparatory. Where is the most exotic place on your list? Like, where on the globe is it?
It's on the globe.
Oh,
there it is. It's all of it. I mean,
romance.
I do the Doppler. I start close and then I go afar. Overseas.
My most exotic is in Indonesia.
Oh.
How about that?
Okay, you're giving them away early. I was just going to save them.
Well, I was just wondering, give people a little breadcrumb.
Breadcrumb. I mean, you don't have everything about Greece is romantic, so that's one.
Greece is the word.
It's sexy.
All right, from Greece to Indonesia, Crystal and I are about to send you all over the world looking for love with our list of the most romantic spots this Valentine's Day, restaurants to hotels and everything in between. We've got you covered for your romantic adventure.
Well, by the way, I did not find love at these places. I wish, but yeah, it didn't happen.
But you found the place.
I found the place. That's what it's all about.
Yes.
And then at the end of this episode and every episode, you'll hear our gear of the day pick. So if you're looking for best-in-class gear that's worth the price, head to our Amazon page at stackingadventures.com/GOTD, which stands for Gear of the Day. You'll help your show and you'll help yourself by adventuring better and for less money. Let's get this show on the road. Is that the... do we do that? Is that us?
It is now.
Ready for adventure? From vacation to staycation and from the mountains to the beach. This is the Stacking Adventures podcast.
Welcome, everybody, back to the Stacking Adventures podcast, where we head around the world with our adventure community stack memories. We'll remember forever. Every adventure has a story. And on many episodes, we just tell your stories. But today, Crystal and I are sharing our stories of our top 5 most romantic places. I had trouble narrowing mine down to 5.
Yeah. That's true, because see, I would say love isn't about where you go. It's about how the place makes you feel. So
yes,
it's kind of like a feeling. So a lot of these places, you just step into them and you're like, ooh, where am I?
That is, and there are places sometimes too that don't begin as romantic, but you're having this great conversation, and halfway through the conversation, you're like, this place is awesome. Yeah. I love this place. Yeah, just the vibe. Well, what Crystal and I have done is we've taken our 5 most romantic places, and we're going to count them down. I don't know that mine are in really any specific order. I think you go to any of my 5. But I do have some honorable mentions, Crystal, that didn't make my list. You have some honorable mentions?
Yes, and it's funny. Fun fact. So if you search your Google Photos, I just searched romance, and I was like, okay, that wasn't romantic, but that was pretty funny. So yeah, I did. I had some. The Google, and it also tell you all the countries you visited, but then that's another play on AI, because it listed some that I had not visited. Maybe I've flown across them, or
yeah.
But that was interesting because Canada was on the list, and I was like, I've never been to Canada.
You've never been to Canada?
No, isn't that crazy? We're the closest to Canada, and I've never. But Mexico wasn't listed, and I've been there like 2-3 times.
What's up with that? Well, that's AI, right? It's
AI,
just guessing.
There you go.
Just guessing. Well, give us some of your honorable mentions.
All right. Well, a lot of them were from my local areas, actually. So we had my house. So it is interesting, though, because when I get home, this is one of the cute, like, storybook visions. When I get, a lot of times I'll look up and I'm like, oh my goodness, it's after dark. I missed the whole day. Let's go home. So when I get home, when you open the doors to like the courtyard, there's a fountain and there's lighting, like big bulbs too that go like
Oh,
two ways. And then there's trees. I've even seen, and there's like a cobblestone walkway in the middle. And I've seen people get married actually from my window. And it's cute at Easter. You'll see some parents go down and hide eggs and then the kids come out. Super cute. But it's just when I get home, the courtyard is just saying, hug, you're home.
inviting.
So I thought that was interesting. That's one of my honorable mentions.
Makes you happy. So if everybody wants to go live at Crystal's place, you can feel that same love as well.
Yeah, there's nothing for sale either. People keep asking. They're like, if anyone has anything for sale.
Well, and while we're doing stuff close to home, I had a couple places also in my hometown in Texarkana.
Oh.
My favorite restaurant here in town is a place called Verona. And it's one of those, old style buildings downtown where all the buildings are attached to each other. So it's long and narrow. And they actually did so well in one of those long, narrow storefronts that they bought the place next to them, put a door in between the two places, and now they're double as big. It's called Verona. So for people that like Italian food and like Italy, if you come to Texarkana, if you come on a weekend, you're going to need reservations because this place is so popular. It's so pretty. And they do such a good job of the food and the ambiance. My sister came to visit. We took her for her birthday. Whenever we have special occasions, it's always Verona for me. So that's one. Another one is we usually have a speakeasy here in town called the 1923 Banana Club. And it's in the base of this place called the Ritchie Building, which is a restored old grocery store. But it's not the way you think of a grocery store like from the 1950s, Crystal. This is like a grocery store from the 1910s. So it's this big barn looking place with like, I don't know what to call it, loading docks, I guess, all the way around it, and a big, huge overhang. But there's this nondescript doorway that goes toward the basement, and there is a chain that nobody ever looks at. But if you do look at it, the chain looks like it's been broken because the chain says closed by order of the Prohibition Act, and it's sitting off to one side, and somebody broke it. And if you know the keypad, then you go to the door, and if you know the keypad, you're in this cool jazz bar underneath this really old building in Texarkana.
That's cool. I bet they changed that keypad number too. Like
they do all the time.
Oh my God, that's super cool. Yep, my local restaurant also made the list, Laporta's, and I think it associated a lot of lighting because it has this really cool stream of bulbs like on the outside patio, and they also have live jazz every night. And so the picturesque place where the band plays, it just looks so cool and, may I say, badass. Boop.
Yes.
Beat me. But it just looks like it kind of looks like a speakeasy because there's this big curtain also where the band plays. And yeah, that's another place that my honorable mention.
The more places I go to, the more lighting seems to be like the wind. The people that really know how to make a place seem intimate or fun or whatever they go for, lighting is it. Like I can almost always tell when a restaurateur doesn't know what they're doing because you walk in, you're like, well, who put the fluorescent lighting in here?
Yeah, it sets the tone. I think that's what it's about. And you'll notice sometimes if you overstay happy hour is when they dim the lights and you're like, whoa, what just happened? And it's like, oh, they're getting ready for dinner. That is like setting the tone.
Yes, absolutely. Well, when that jazz band starts playing too.
That too. Well, then it's the opposite when you're at the club and you've overstayed your welcome. They turn those suckers on bright and they're like, spotlight, get out.
You're like, he's nowhere as good looking as I thought he was.
Like, time to go.
At the 2 a.m. light. Yeah. Oh, time to go study for my blood test. I got to get out of here.
Study for a blood test.
Whenever I say I can't make it places, I'm like, I got to go study for my blood test. I'm sorry.
That's funny.
Yeah. I had another honorable mention. Did you?
I do. It's in DC also. It's a place called Shoto, and they have inside they have a vine wall, but there's circles cut out. So there's like think of a matrix, and there's little flames, like I think they're LED flames that are inside of each vine wall. And then it's visually stimulating because then there's these little clay pots of like Asian, Japanese inspired like art on each pot. And then those are in another matrix with like wooden panels.
Wow.
It's just, and I haven't even gotten to the bar. This is over like the sushi bar area, but the actual bar, they have these big glass, and this is also another like matrix thing of shelves. And like each one has like they have exotic fruits inside of each big glass water filled thing, and it is the color of whatever fruit. Like they have cucumber, they have like all the different like berries. Coolest thing I've ever seen. So Shoto in DC, that's another super cool. And get the ribs. The ribs are
don't do that.
Martini and the ribs.
I love ribs.
In our adventures group, I will post a picture of the ribs. Let me write that down so I remember.
All right, deal. While you're doing that, I have just a couple more. Number one, just an entire town that is romantic.
Oh.
Franklin, Tennessee, for people that have not been to this wonderful little town where Dave Ramsey is and the Money Guys and Michael Hyatt, quite a few people that I know are in this area. Of course, I don't personally know Dave Ramsey, but I know Rachel, his daughter.
Oh, right.
So, and I know people that work there, but this little town looks like, if you've ever watched any of the Hallmark movies, you know, and they go downtown, and the downtown's this idyllic little, oh shucks, downtown. This is it. Like it's stepped right out of the 1950s. I have gone Christmas shopping there a couple times, and around the Christmas season, it's so decked out. Just the holidays in Franklin, Tennessee is an amazing place. And Cheryl and I both I don't even like Christmas shopping, and I love Christmas shopping in Franklin, Tennessee. There are some nice restaurants. We went to one last time we were there. It felt very upscale though, and a little snooty actually. So I didn't love the restaurant, but just the town itself was a great vibe. So Franklin, Tennessee is a good one. Also, I had one more, which is in Hot Springs, which Libby brought up last week. Hot Springs National Park is integrated right into downtown Hot Springs, which is very old. There is a hotel called the Waters Hotel that was recently renovated a couple of years ago. And Crystal, they put this awesome rooftop bar on the top of the Waters Hotel, which is one of the taller buildings in town. It's maybe 6 stories tall, so it's not hugely tall. But 6 stories up, and you're looking out over the Bathhouse Row, which is the national park, and you've got the quote mountains. Now they're technically mountains because of the way that they were created, but they really are just really, really big hills. But they're all around you. And my good, going to the Waters Hotel in the fall when the leaves are falling and the colors are out and you've got the mountains around you, I really like that. So Hot Springs made my list.
We have a lot of that stuff here in Old Town Alexandria too.
The
a friend
rooftop
visited,
bars.
and she said, "What does it feel to live in a place that looks like a Hallmark card?" And I was like, "Oh, you're right.
That is cool." Well, and the town that you're in too does look like a Hallmark card downtown.
Cobblestone streets, all that stuff.
It does. When I was there on my book tour, that was one of my favorite spots. Of course, also because I get to see you.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was fun.
All right. Well, let's dive into our top 5 most romantic places. So give me any of them from your list, Crystal.
Okay. Well,
maybe not the top one.
Okay. This isn't I stayed close. So speaking of Old Town, one of my, I guess this place also has memories attached to it. 'Cause I was taken on a date there. And I didn't know it was in my own backyard, but it's called the Warehouse Restaurant, and it's down by the water in Alexandria. And it's when you step inside of that place, it's like time slows down. It's like a classic, they have the tablecloths, the white tablecloths on the tables. They have pictures, old photographs of a lot of the celebrities that have visited the restaurant. So it's you feel their presence when you're there. The waiters are dressed up, and of course they have the towel draped over. It's just it's they keep a really fancy, classic, traditional, hey, you're going to a nice fancy dinner, you're all dressed up. They take pride in the people that come in and their staff and how they treat you. And it was just a really cool, I don't know, it's just a pleasant memory.
Wow. And it's called the warehouse?
Yes, it's called the warehouse. Yes. But it's super and they have they don't have the bright lighting. They have some of them, they have the little candlelight lamp LEDs. I think they're LEDs now, but they have those. They even have them on the outside, like the sconces. They still have the original glass lamps outside too. So it's I know the Chicago, the Museum of Science and Industry had that little Old Town block, and it felt like that you just go back into town. Yeah, go back in time. So
I forgot about the Old Town block.
Yeah,
that Old Town block is so fun. There's an ice cream place in there, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a couple ice cream places. Yeah, yep.
That's always open in the museum. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm stuck on the museum.
Oh, that too. But I wonder if that is a cool model, because there's 2 local ice cream shops that are on that same block, also on the same strip.
It's like it's made for it.
It is.
Right.
Oh, and we have Leonidas in the chat.
Hey.
I used to work at a resort in Washington. The postcard view never got old. I was grateful every day for that view. Oh, cool.
What was the name? Give us the name.
What's the name of the resort? WA is Washington, right? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I'm just going to try to match mine with yours a little bit, where if you go left, I will go right. You went to a restaurant. I'm going to go to a hotel.
Okay.
A hotel on the border of France and Spain. So I'm also going to go way across the world to Europe.
Wow.
There's a town called Biarritz, and Biarritz in France, on the Atlantic side, is the surfing capital of France. They get nice waves. In fact, the whole time we were in Biarritz, we saw surfers out there. They had a surf competition one day, which was fun to just stand and watch. And Biarritz is just think of a seaside French town, and just beautiful, some of the buildings. However, the most beautiful building in Biarritz is a place that Napoleon created. He made this palace, and it was his palace getaway from Paris, and one of many, I think, palaces that he had that were palace getaways. So just imagine a Napoleonic palace that's been converted to a hotel. Oh. It's called the Hotel du Palais, and I sprang for staying there for 2 nights. The first 2 nights we were in that region of the world. We started in Biarritz because my daughter was there. She was teaching English in France, and so we stayed there for 2 nights. We did breakfast every morning in this wonderful atrium area that looks out over the ocean. I mean, we had drinks in the afternoon, like a happy hour, and just think about the people who would stay at a place like this. I like some rich places. This place was seriously over my head. Like, you could tell that a lot of the people that were staying there, the cars that drove up, what they were wearing, the casual kind of elegance that people had.
Casual elegance.
It was over my head. But I really liked it. It was super romantic. It was fun to spring for it. And the Hotel du Palais in Biarritz, France, right on the border of Spain and France, made my list.
I was gonna mention the hotel that I stayed in Milan, but I noticed it was only there for 2 nights, but it was I looked it up today, and it's like $600 a night. It's crazy expensive, but I enjoyed the decor of it inside. And then where we had breakfast too, we didn't have a beautiful ocean view, but the chef was really hot. So I had a view of this really hot.
I had an amazing view the whole time.
Oh man. That language barrier kind of messed it up.
From our room, I could not afford the ocean view rooms. So I went with a garden view that actually overlooked the entryway. And that was fine because I was looking out over a piece of the city and the beautiful gardens that were in the front opposite of the ocean. It was fine by me. It was an amazing room. And oh my goodness, how ornate this bedroom was.
Yeah.
Was incredible. There was another thing that I was going to put on my list that I didn't, which was funny. Speaking of hotels, Cheryl and I, for our 25th anniversary, we did the Romantic Road, which is a road that goes through Bavaria, through southern Germany.
Oh.
And so you would think, Crystal, the Romantic Road would have all kinds of romantic hotels.
Yeah.
Not so much. There were some really cool places that we stayed, but generally not romantic. That place. The trip itself was really fun, but that's because we were having a good time. But the hotels along the Romantic Road, we didn't find a contender. But you would think Romantic Road, it would be there. Anyway.
Maybe they were boom boom room hotels, rent by the hour or something.
maybe we had it wrong. You want to stay the whole night? What are you thinking?
Like, whoa, no.
We never
Not what
stayed
this road is for. Okay, all right. Do you see the chat? It's the Simiamu Resort in Blaine, Washington.
I do.
How would you say that word?
I do not. I probably got to go over the chat.
SEMIAHMOO.
Nice. In Blaine, Washington.
Uh-oh, you know how to say it? Oh, I thought you saw it. I'm like, oh, that's easy.
No, I'm just laughing because I'm listening to you just try and try and try.
I was trying to break down the etymology. I'm trying to read it backwards.
Simiamu?
Simiamu.
I don't know.
Simiamu. That sounds right.
Craig is in Perth. WA stands for Western Australia. See? Craig, you gotta give us your most romantic spot.
Hand pink waving.
All right, Crystal, what's your, I don't know if it's number 4, but what's your next one?
Oh, yeah, next. Well, it's funny you mentioned surfing because this next place is in Antigua. It's called the Veranda Resort.
Oh.
So this was like the ultimate, I would say like a playground because I got to go with a friend because her husband didn't want to go. And she was going to get her scuba certification. And so every single day, we got to do water sports. And it was the coolest thing about it was I had been afraid of water sports because I can't swim.
You can't swim.
At the time, I'm round 2 of lessons and I'm way better. But every single day hopped on jet skis. By the end of that trip, we're doing races on the jet skis, hobby cat sailing. What's the other? Paddleboarding, impossible for me. I tried it every single day. It just, I don't know, my brain was overthinking it. So it just,
I don't know. I think the paddleboarding's not as easy as you think.
But yeah, some people hop right on. I was like, teach me your magic. But it was just a different, it is ultimate playground for couples. Like, and it's like a relaxed setting to really get to know someone too, is on those the kayaks and all that other stuff, because we went further and further too, like every single day. It's like you get brave more and more brave. So that was fun. Then we had like a tour with the head chef of his garden. He showed us his garden. How special is that? You get to see, this is the stuff we're eating today that was just grown, like he got it from the garden. And of course,
so cool.
And then the bars, the drinks, all that other fun stuff. But those were really 2 fun things. It was like everyday water sports and seeing that garden of like, you're eating like the freshest food. I wouldn't say on the planet, but like some really crazy fresh food, and the fish too, like crazy fresh food, crazy fresh fish. There we go.
I love those when the chef gives you the behind the scenes tour and you can see just how fresh everything is. That's amazing. It reminds me of a place that we went to in southern France in Marseille, which Marseille is not known as a tourist town, but this was my favorite restaurant and I totally forgot about it. I would have put it on this list, but I don't remember the name of the restaurant, so I'd have to look it up, but I'd love to because I'd send everybody there. But this restaurant, there was an old stone house across the street. Think of, any World War II movie you've seen in one of these stone French houses across the street. You actually ate under this covered area, which is in the middle of the garden. So you walk down this little path and I'm sitting right next to the same stuff that I can see in my salad. like it's just outside growing right next to the place. Yeah.
Live dead on my plate.
And we had this amazing lamb thing that was made for two. And if you ordered it, you knew it was going to take a while. They already had it baking. It had been baking like all day long. They told us how they made it. And the meat just came right off the bone, and it was amazing. We had some rosé wine. And it was funny. We were one of the first people at the restaurant that night, Crystal. We were also the people that shut it down. But at the end of the night, all the waiters came around and they were sitting with us at our table. We were done eating. We'd had dessert and everything. And we're just sitting with the waiters talking about their lives and different restaurants they've worked at and asking them all these questions. Some of them had been in South America working, and other ones had worked in Africa and just all over Europe. And I don't remember anybody in Asia, but we laughed our heads off. So this place in Marseille that I can't remember. If anybody's going to Marseille anytime soon, just write to me and I'll look it up. But that should have made the list. And that's what that reminded me of when you talked about that. But Antigua, I love the Caribbean, anything in the Caribbean.
Oh yeah. Beach. A lot of my pictures when I did that romantic, it was a whole bunch of sunset pictures on beaches too. That's another one. And it is funny that you mentioned too, it's like the after party or the after show. I think that's why I love my local restaurant so much, because a lot of times we shut the place down just talking, and some nights it turns into game nights too. So it is the cool, like
with the staff.
Yeah, with the staff. Yep. And it's like everybody, gets comfortable, time to lock the doors and just enjoy each other's company.
That's fabulous.
Cool.
All right. You went hotel. I'm going to then go back to restaurant. And this restaurant is at a place that I like a lot, Walt Disney World. It was funny. I saw somebody ripping again on Walt Disney adults, right? And that is fine. You can rip me all you want. That is fine. I really enjoy Walt Disney World a lot more now than I did when I was a kid. And there is a restaurant there called Victoria and Albert's, which you have to make a reservation forever ahead of time. There's maybe 20 seats total in the entire restaurant. For the longest time, it wasn't eligible for a Michelin star. Now, it was eligible this last time. I didn't look up whether it won or not, but it certainly was deserving. I had never had some of the cool stuff that they've had. It was, maybe it's a little romanticized because it was my first truly upscale, like the Chef Matters restaurant. Mm-hmm. And when they brought out the butters, and the butters he was a guy that grew up in Ireland and had lived in Wisconsin. And of course, both of those places known for their dairy. And so we have Irish butter, we have Wisconsin butter. So he has these different style butters with our breads, just as the very first thing that we ate. That was good. And I'd never had Bunsen burner coffee before. I don't know if you've had Bunsen burner coffee.
No, not a coffee.
But that was wild. At the end of our meal, they bring over this thing that looks like a science contraption, and they light a flame underneath it. And it bubbles, and then it makes the coffee right in front of you in this little science lab looking thing. And man, it was great. Everything about this was good. It was actually funny because at the end, I truly now I've been to a lot of upscale restaurants. I do not like the snooty waiter. I don't like the waiter who's like, you're at an upscale place, so we're going to be super prim and proper. I want them to be professional, but I also want them to be relaxed.
A human.
And so we had two waiters, and the dude got it right away. But what really made our night was halfway through the night, Crystal, when the woman finally came around and lowered her guard a little bit and became a human being. Wow. And then by the end of the night, we had both of our waiters were just fantastic. So nice. Victoria and Albert's. Not many seats there. It is hidden away in the Grand Floridian Hotel. Hard to find, really a gem. If you look it up, you're going to see everyone who goes there says this is the hidden gem of Walt Disney World. If you want great food, that's a place to go.
That's funny. It's like, hey, waiter, we've been waiting to meet you all night long.
I know. You've been coming out, and I had no idea who you. Look at you. Do have a personality.
There it is. All right.
Where are you going next?
All right. I'm going to Greece. It's the Oia. I don't know how you that town, the city It's like where most of the blue tops are.
In Santorini.
Yes, in Santorini. Yes. All right.
Awesome.
So you have to have, it's the fresh lobster experience. And so because of course, Greece, it is, the whole place is romantic. Even the, one of the restaurants we went to, they cooked the fish in salt, because I didn't know if it was ice or salt. So it's super, super hot salt. That's how they bring it out to the table. And then they just slowly chip the salt away, and then they fillet the fish, right at the table.
Right
super
in front
cool
of you.
Experience. Yeah, super cool. But the lobster experience is even cooler, because the waiter, it's like first of all, it's the freshest lobster you've ever had. Like, it is really out of the Aegean Sea. Hopefully I said that right.
Yeah, you just go grab your own.
Right. Well, I'm not grabbing a lobster. Heck no. But it's not just a meal, it's a whole performance. So, he brings it out. There's this, he rolls out, even puts the guacamole makers to shame, because it's just the presentation of everything, because, the way he cracks it open, and then every single piece, they use the little tools. And of course they have on gloves to get every piece out to your plate. And then you're sipping this chilled white wine, because they tell you exactly which wine goes with everything. It's not I'll have Pinot or whatever. They're like, no, that's not what you're having.
Yeah.
You're having what goes with the dish. You're not going to ruin it for me.
I
you're not going to ruin your meal for me. So that is another cool thing. It's when you are getting lobster there, you're getting lobster. You're not getting lobster. You're getting lobster. And so, yeah, then there's the sea, and then people watching, because all of them, most of the tables, face outward. And so you get to watch the people, because some places you're sitting on the sea. One of the places we were, it went off into the sea. So we were sitting on top of it. But the other ones that are up further, you're just people watching, and it's just thinking of people's stories, making up stories about the people walking by. Oh, here comes the cruise ship. Then you see all the cruise ship people get off, and it's super cool. It's just funny.
That sounds fabulous.
Netflix has nothing on this. This is the best watching.
And not a bad seat in the house, I would think.
Oh no, yeah, none. And we were there after that first night. I was like, all right, going back here again tomorrow for sure. Yep.
Wow. Well, it's good too when you're at a place and you want to try out new places, but the place is so good you go back to the same one. That's fantastic.
And it's cool because then along that trip too, a lot of the owners are there, and they're like, "Oh, come in," and then you get to you get to know them, and they love to talk. It's just so friendly. It was.
I've heard about the legendary Greek hospitality, and I can't wait. We're going in June.
Yeah.
So I'll report back.
Please do.
That's super cool. And if I'm in that town, I'd love to go to that restaurant. What's the name of it?
I don't remember. I don't get the name. That's what I like about Google Photos. If you look on your photo, it'll tell you exactly where you are.
Perfect. Yeah, it's some name you can't pronounce anyway, Crystal.
Right, yeah,
probably
cannot, and not good with the.
All right, we are symmetrically at the halfway point of today's, and actually because we did the honorable mentions, we're probably a little past halfway. With the music coming up, time for our gear of the day pick, and this is the part of the show where we take a look at some gear that we're going to add to our page, stackingventures.com/GOTD. And it's my turn for gear of the day. So I'm going to give people a clue. This gear, make sure that you, not just while you're traveling and adventuring or on your romantic adventure, but wherever you are, that you don't. I'm just going to give it away. I can't give it away.
I know. See, it's hard. The hardest thing is giving the clue without giving it away.
Yes, and I've been thinking about this clue for the last couple hours. It is something that makes sure that you are
Spit it out.
Healthy and fit. This gear you take with you to stay healthy and fit and not time.
Fake. Vague, vague, and vague. Got it. Let's see.
See, that's funny because for me it's obvious. But
Healthy, fit, on time. Oh, like I know. I have a guess.
okay, we're going to find out what Crystal's guess is here in just a moment.
Oh, back to the chat. Can we hop back to the chat?
Let's do it before we find out what your guess is.
Leonidas, he said it's located on spit in the middle of the
water all around.
Spit?
It's just a little tiny like outcropping right in the middle of the bay.
White
Rock, Canada skyline in the distance, and Mount Baker on the other. Holy cow, that sounds fantastic.
It does.
By the way, Leonidas is Annette, who was on the show last week.
Right, yeah. And we met Leonidas.
We did. All right. Crystal keeps you healthy, fit, and on time.
Oh, your Apple Watch.
We will find out if you are
trackers. Yeah.
We'll find out if you are right or not at the end of today's show.
All right. I'm gonna. Yep. See.
Probably
she said
not.
the same thing. A health tracking watch.
Yeah. You guys are all probably wrong.
Okay.
Let's do my third one. I'm gonna go back to my badass. Well, not my hometown, but my adopted hometown for a long time, Detroit, Michigan.
Okay.
I definitely think I'm a Detroiter. In downtown Detroit, which has been, renovated and beautified, and downtown Detroit is a really fun place to go. Now on vacation for an extended weekend, it's so cool. It is so cool. The downtown now just alive and fun. I just went over Thanksgiving and stayed at the Shinola Hotel, which is beautiful. Didn't make my list. That could definitely be something that is an honorable mention. The Shinola Hotel that goes with Shinola watches. Speaking of timepieces, beautiful Shinola timepieces. But down the street from the Shinola is a little tiny hotel, very tiny hotel called the Siren. And it is very, very quirky looking, quirky in the funnest way possible. You walk in, Crystal, and it looks pretty bohemian. But if you go through the very bohemian, retro, awesome lobby, and you go past the desk, there are some beads that are pink, and there's a little desk out in front of it. And most nights you have to make a recommendation for this little place that maybe has room for 10 people inside of it. You walk through the beads, it's all pink, and it's called the Candy Bar.
Oh,
and it's a speakeasy type little tiny bar at the back of the Siren Hotel. And man, when you make a drink there or get a drink there, there are these fun, wild, all love themed drinks that you can have. The whole place is just unbelievably pink. They have the mirror ball takes up about half the room. It is so big.
Pink.
And so there's these sparkles coming, and you can't think Valentine's Day without thinking Candy Bar in Detroit, Michigan. It is a super fun place. If you have a chance, Google it and take a look at the Candy Bar. So that's my third one.
I love the name, the Candy Bar, too. I went to a really cool Cuban restaurant in Detroit the last time I was there.
Cuban restaurant?
Yeah, it was really, it was good. The food was good. The vibe was good. It was delicious. It was in the downtown area. I'm
going to see. You know what's funny? I said mirror ball. It isn't a mirror ball. I just pulled it up. It's a huge chandelier.
A chandelier. Wow.
Yes, it is a monster chandelier. And I'm going to share my screen.
Okay.
And I will show you the Candy Bar Detroit. Here we go. Everybody hanging out with us on.
Oh, that is stunning. Yeah, that thing is spectacular.
Let me see if I can pull this
Look
picture.
at how cool the floors are. Wow.
There's the chandelier. And looking at that, how many chairs you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 8 chairs around the bar. And then there's maybe 4 tables, 5. There's the rest of it.
I see.
Oh, there is a mirror ball. I was right about the mirror ball. We looked at the whole room, but as you can see, just this very light shade of pink and reds, and a very tiny romantic place in the heart of Detroit. So,
that's super cute.
All right, how do I stop sharing? Maybe.
Push the button, the same button.
Stop. It's a big button that says stop. All
There
right.
you go.
What's your fourth one?
All right, back to me. Perry.
Oh.
So this is like an off the well, no, okay, I'll just say, okay. So they have a cruise, a little mini boat cruise. You can do these cruises down the Seine, the River Seine. And it takes you like, you're going under the tunnel, and then you're loops by the Eiffel Tower and back. But the trick is you want to get like the next second to last boat because the sun sets during your cruise. And that was a hidden, I didn't even know, wasn't putting two and two together when I even booked that time. And it was just magical because it looks like 1,000 champagne bubbles is what the lighting looks like on the Eiffel Tower when it gets dark. I just thought it lights. Nope. It does like these popping lights.
Sparkles.
It sparkles at night. And if you're anything like me, you can have your own mini bottles of champagne or, mini bottles with you. I mean, they sell them too, but you can have your own on the little cruise and even take your own, cheese, crackers, whatever. And that was like an unexpected, like super romantic gem because I was not expecting the light show.
For people that
cruise.
think that the river cruise in Paris sounds touristy, the answer is yes. But this is how cool that cruise is down the Seine, is that the Olympics didn't use a stadium. They used that river because it's so beautiful. I mean, that's how beautiful this river is. And if the Olympics is using it just to flex, you should go see what they're flexing when you're there in person. Because you're right, that river cruise was incredible.
And it was simple. It was like I think it was like $16 for the ticket to get on the little boat.
Yeah, not a ton.
Yeah, it wasn't anything super, super fancy, but the view it was like a totally unexpected, and it wasn't super crowded or super packed or anything either. Like
every corner you go around on that.
Yeah, it's like
cruise,
a new,
something else. You're like, wow.
Yep. Every corner you're like, whoa. Then another corner, whoa. It was cool. It was super, super cool.
Such a beautiful place. It was funny. You go by on that cruise by the Louvre, and there's this beautiful garden there called the Tuileries, and with all these beautiful trees. And there's often artists working in this garden. And as you're walking by them, they try to get you to sit for them, and they will do a portrait, right? Like with just a chalk or whatever. And they look really cool. But what's funny is there's a guy sitting there. There's a couple that is all dressed in black. Two people dressed all in black and having this heated conversation. Then there's another couple right in front of us who are in like these blue, the guy's in this like sweatsuits, right? And then there's Cheryl and I. And as the first two people all in black go by, the guy turns to them and he speaks in this fairly harsh, like Eastern European language. So it could have been Czech. It could have been Russian. I don't know. Could have been any of those, but he speaks to them like in whatever. And they clearly say no to him. And then as the sweatsuit dude gets by him, he turns to him and he talks Italian. And I don't know a lot of Italian, but he's talking to him in Italian, and the guy answers him in Italian. And that guy clearly says no. And he turns to me and he goes, "Hey, partner." And I go, "How do you do that? How do you do that?" He's just nailing the language by looking at the people.
Hey,
it was so wild. And I, of course, told him no as well.
Okay. He just wanted to paint your picture.
Yeah, but I'm still amazed
that is so funny.
His come on was different. We were at the Eiffel Tower. We also saw somebody lose, that cups game where you try to guess where the ball is.
It's a
I saw a woman totally get taken at that. Totally get taken. And you could tell from a mile away she was getting taken.
Yeah.
She wins 2 in a row for like $1. And then the guy convinces her to put $20 on one. And the second she puts $20 on it, he takes the money and he's gone. He's just gone. And the woman's like, "Oh, I can't believe I lost." I'm like, yeah, I
we
see that coming from a mile away.
Well,
right?
the gypsies too, they're like, don't stop. They're going to try to ask you a question and someone's going to pickpocket you or something. It's like, just don't talk to any strangers. Don't do it. And they look official with clipboards and stuff. And they're like, keep walking. And I was glad I got that
in any foreign
advice.
country, anybody talks to me, I just keep walking usually.
You
Yeah.
have to keep walking.
Yeah. All right. Sorry to get off track, but I love that one. I love that boat cruise, and I'm excited because I've done that. All right. My last two, these are my ties for number one. So I'm going to go with the one that I previewed at the beginning in Indonesia. There is a resort. I looked it up. It's called the Suda Malalo Resort, Soraya. And Soraya is a little island near Komodo, where those big Komodo dragons are.
Oh.
To get to this resort, we had to get on a boat. It was a little speedboat where there were two guys from the hotel. One was the driver of the boat. The other one was our valet who put the bags on the boat. And then we went about 35 minutes out into the Indian Ocean to this little tiny island where there were maybe a total, this hotel is maybe a total of 11 huts, maybe 10 that are divided huts that you either get the left side or the right side. It's the only piece of this entire resort that's air conditioned is inside your hut. But it opens up right up on the beach. You're looking out over the Indian Ocean. Whenever you went for dinner, first of all, you go to the middle hut, which was this open area. We sat down at this table and the waiter said to us on the second day when Cheryl and I did not sit at the same table we were at before, he's like, you're not sitting at your seat. Like he knew us. And there's a sunset bar. I feel like I've told this story before maybe, but there's a sunset bar where the same people, cause you get to know everybody that works there. There's literally like 7 people that work there, or 8 maybe. And, they take these milk crates full of liquors and mixers and they take it up the one hill. You go up to the hill and there's this ramshackle bar that says Sunset Bar that's like scribbled on the top. Think of like the Charlie Brown and Lucy, like the Doctor's Inn thing. The bar literally looks like that. They put all the drinks in there and there's some seats at the top of this hill where at sunset every day you go with everybody else and you sit at the top of this hill and you watch the sun go down over the Indian Ocean.
Wow.
Whenever you want to go snorkeling, the best snorkeling I ever had is literally right in front of that beach. So you go out to the end of the pier, you grab just a snorkel and a mask, which are on loan from the place. You just lower yourself into the water and you're snorkeling with these exotic fish and this beautiful coral. And it's all right at this place. We stayed there for 3 days. And it was amazing.
Yeah.
I read books. I did nothing. I did nothing for 3 days. It was so great. I want to go back. It's the number one place I want to go back to.
Okay.
So romantic and relaxing, but you got to go halfway around the world to get there. It's the island, very close to Bali, not far from Bali, but where Bali's packed with people. After spending time in Bali with so many people, getting away from that and being in a place where I felt like the world just forgot about me was fantastic.
I like that. Like the quiet is a lot of times the prize, the slow down.
100%. 100%.
It feels like self-care. That's what it feels like.
It totally felt like self-care. And it was good because for me, it was at the end of, I spoke at the 5 Freedom Retreat, Amy Minkley's retreat in Bali. And it was after that. So I was kind of fried. I was kind of fried from being, quote, Joe, and being on all the time to having this time where
talking.
Joe blah, 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 blah. Yeah. All right. I'll be quiet. It's your turn.
No, I mean, I love it. That's why I'm here. All right, this is my last one. I'm back to the water again. So the classic gondola ride in Venice.
Oh, yeah.
We talked about this a little bit the last
we talked about it with Annette, who's hanging out with us here on YouTube.
So the cool part, okay, so looking at the cartoons, I really did believe in the tunnel of love. So that I just couldn't wait to myself be on the, in the tunnel of love. And so of course, it was not me, it was me and friends, but it was just super romantic because the guy, he has on the hat and the striped shirt, and and he's pedaling you through, and just like before, like you turn around a corner and there's more buildings and more people, almost like to Chicago. I'll give an honorable mention to the city, the architectural tour from the water in Chicago.
Oh, I love the architectural tour.
Yeah, it's because it's another world from the water, especially when you're looking at where people live, all the different shops. So that was cool. And of course, to top it off, he sings. So the guy was singing too. So
you had a singing gondolier in Venice.
Yes. And another cute thing too is like you take the water taxi to get over there, and it was just a really, really, really cool experience. Just the getting there, I could imagine myself, the guy leading me, holding my hand as we're hopping on to trying to catch the trolley, the water taxi. And then we're making our way through the canals to try to find someone, because it's not like a central location. You're just walking along till you see a guy that's free, and you're like, hey, can we come on? And then you hop on, and then he just takes you all around, and then you can either have him take you back to where he found you, or, hey, can you recommend, another part we haven't seen? And then there you go. He'll drop you off at a really cool place. So that's like where dreams are made of, like classic, like throw up, if you're not a romantic person, like picturesque kind of.
Man,
can't write it better.
It really looks like, as I think back to Italy, you can almost, Venice itself, just so romantic. Yeah. And I saw plenty of people having those romantic, fun gondola rides. As I said when Annette was on last week, mine was not romantic or that fun. It was kind of point A to point B with the dude who was on his phone. But you could almost say Italy, just
the whole
almost
thing.
Any
end
place.
Of sentence. Yeah. Italy, end of sentence.
Because Rome can be, I think, could be very romantic. I think Venice probably more romantic than Rome, though. Yeah. And probably more romantic than Milan. I've never been to Milan, but you've been to Milan.
Oh, yeah. I love Milan.
But like Lake Como, I don't know if you know where that is. And George Clooney has a house on Lake Como. Oh. But that area looks like it would be beautiful.
To his house?
I know. Let's go. Just say, hey, George. My buddy George. Yeah.
That's my list.
All right. My last one is also very exotic. At the near the south end of Egypt is a city named Aswan. And in Aswan, Egypt, there is a hotel where Agatha Christie wrote part of one of her great books. She wrote several books from there, but Death on the Nile was turned into a movie a couple of years ago. It's been turned into a movie a few times. Also, Winston Churchill has been to the Old Cataract Hotel. Crystal, when I went to the Old Cataract Hotel, this was the most romantic place. Like you step out onto your balcony of your room. First of all, our room was amazing. It was like 4 different rooms. I had this room with just a desk that was like my own private area to work. I actually did spend a little bit of time working there just because it was a great place to work. We had a wonderful balcony, the world's biggest bathroom, with a tub and a shower that were separate from each other. We also, though, when you walked out onto the balcony, you saw the pool, which was nestled up against the Nile River. But then on the Nile were all these old style boats, like all these fantastic old boats that look like they've been there since the,
Pharaoh.
Yeah, absolutely. We actually did a cruise on one of those boats, which was cool too. But just being in this place where you open up your door to your room, or you're sitting there working on your computer and you look out the window and there's the Nile River. And by the way, across the Nile River was an excavation site. So you've got all of the excavation stuff, the archaeology stuff. You've got this wonderful old hotel from the 1920s. In fact, they have a Model T sitting right out in front of it.
Interesting.
It is such a cool place. So the Old Cataract Hotel, if you
Old
go to
Cataract
Egypt,
Hotel.
you want to stay at the Old Cataract.
Okay.
We were on a tour. It was a tour company called Tauk. And Tauk has a reputation for really good, really first-class tours.
Oh.
And Deborah, our tour guide, told us, we're going to stay at this hotel for one night because we can't afford to put you up here more than one night.
Oh, interesting.
And we stayed there one night and it was amazing. It was incredible.
Okay, that's good to know. It's pricey.
It is very pricey.
That
Yes.
is funny. What is with the old boats? Because Japan and Thailand both. I did a dinner cruise on one of those boats and I'm like, is this boat going to hold us? It's wooden. Like,
are we
but
all
it was
going to
the
drown?
best. Yeah, we had an amazing time, every one, but it was just interesting that, I guess this is our boat. This is our boat cruise, dinner cruise boat. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's
but
cool.
Yeah, really good time.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Love it. Well, those are ours adventures. What are yours?
Yours. Yes, please.
We'd love to hear what the most romantic places are that you've been to. Give us 5 minutes of your time or less. Head to, what's the URL? Stacking Adventures.
.com/my story, or voicemail.
Yes. StackingAdventures.com/my story or /voicemail gets you there. And we're going to do an episode in a few weeks. So please weigh in with what the most romantic places are that you've been to and maybe your story about
tips.
the place.
Yeah. Everybody needs some tips.
It'd be fantastic. All right. Time for our gear of the day before we say goodbye. I said this keeps you on time, keeps you fit and healthy. You said, and also Annette said online, that it was a fitness tracker.
Yep. Oh, and she also said Segovia, Spain is very romantic. Beautiful aqueduct at the main square, quite narrow street to explore, and the castle that inspired the Disney castle is there. Joe.
Ooh. Okay, let's go. We got to finish this episode so we can
Someone said Disney.
There we go.
Okay, yeah, but we got
all right.
Fitness watch.
For me, it is my fitness watch. Yes, but I really like it when I am on. So this is my Garmin. I went with Garmin. Now, what's neat about my Garmin is this face that I'm showing everybody on YouTube. This face you can change. So I have another one that is a bear riding a bike, and as I move, the bear pedals the bike.
Oh, that's cute. Okay,
yeah.
Mine doesn't have anything cool like that.
Yep, so I can change the facing.
Oh, I want that now.
Tracks my steps, tracks my activity. It's a really good watch. My health and diet coach told me that I should get one because when you have data in front of you, you actually tend to do the right thing more. And I find that if I don't hit my step goal every day, I get angry.
Yeah, same. And you don't want to lose your streak either.
That's right.
That's what I noticed. But I lost mine the other day. But yeah, man, people who have the Garmin love their Garmin.
I do love the Garmin.
It's like not even negotiable. I don't need to talk to you about your watch. I have the Garmin. End of sentence. Also,
yeah,
it's like I don't
Apple
care
Watch.
what yours
Oh, cute.
does.
That's
yeah.
great.
No, yeah, we're not on the same level.
So we will add that to our amazing page with all of our gear. It's stackingadventures.com/gear of the day. And this list is getting, I'll tell you what, Crystal, we've been doing this for not even a year yet. And I'm having trouble finding stuff that is worthy of this list. Cause I look at the list already and I go, this is
great.
good. This is good stuff.
This is good stuff. Very good stuff.
Yeah. All right. Coming up next week. What are we doing next week? Oh, we don't know what we're doing next week.
Beautiful.
Yes. We think we know what we're doing next week, but we've previewed this topic before, and our guest has had scheduling issues. So we are going to leave that.
Yeah. And we want to hear your national park stories, too.
Oh, give us those.
Yeah.
On that note, I am headed out as we record this. I'm headed out to Seattle, so Pacific Northwest and net, and I'll be able to see Mount Baker from where I'm at. But I'm going to be in the Olympic National Park, and this is a T-shirt from Olympic National Park. So I'll report back on that as well.
Okay, going back.
All right. That's going to do it for today. She's Crystal.
And I'm Joe. He's Joe.
Keep on adventuring, people.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for lending us your ears.